Hello, all you weirdos. Jim here, and happy Summerween to everyone as we jump into the second month of Night Terrors with a K. Speaking of K, I'd like to give a shout out to all the kids down at the local go-kart track who are saving money by skipping this whole Night Terrors event. If I had all that money, I'd probably build a time machine and go back and not read it myself, which would then give me more money, but then I also wouldn't have to go back and, oh my God, we got a paradox. And really, Paradox is not just a bird in Brazil. And I hate time travel almost as much as I hate these Night Terrors tie-ins. Now, some people, they seem to be enjoying them, but every time I read an issue, 3 words pop into my head. It doesn't matter, but not like the good kind of it doesn't matter, like when you go out to eat with your buddy and you forget your wallet, and they say, yeah, it doesn't matter, I'll pay. No, this is when you go out to eat with your buddy and they forget their wallet. And I guess you say it doesn't matter, even though it does, because they ordered like 3 appetizers, said they'd share them. But seriously, nobody likes cauliflower wings.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
All right, now that you've all calmed down, and please, I mean, seriously, just calm down, everyone. This is Night Terrors Batman number 2. Written by Joshua Williamson with art by Gilliam March. Well, we open with a couple of panels that really show how coordinated this Night Terrors event really is. Sandman Wesley Dodds is fighting a sleepless night in Wayne Tech, even though we left him fighting the sleepless nights in Terrific Tech at the end of Night Terrors number 2. But really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. After seeing that Batman's idea of father-son bonding is doing some freaky mind experiments with Damian, we get back to Bruce's nightmare. He is Joe Chill killing his parents. Oh my God, Smokey is the bandit. It leads to this young Bruce Wayne Hot Topics army attacking Batman until Batman gives himself Superman powers and flies off. So, hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. After flying through kind of a cool little dreamscape, he comes to the Black Door, which protects all the crazy shit Batman locks away in his mind. And you know there's a lot of that. And that's when Insomnia pops in, because he's convinced the Nightmare Stone has to be behind door number 1. But it isn't, so really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Unless it does, because we do get to see Gun Bat monstrosity again, and a lot of people did like that in the first issue, but when it attacks Bruce, he becomes Neo, and so really, it does, but doesn't really matter. But here's the thing. I actually think, and I got an idea in this issue, wait a second, we haven't really seen anything of this Nightmare Stone, and really, is Insomnia doing that much work to find it? Yeah, he's jumping into others' nightmares and going, hey, did you see it? No, you haven't? All right. I'll go check with Superman. Hey, Superman, have you seen? Oh, you haven't either? Let's go check with Wonder Woman. Oh, she hasn't either. And he doesn't really seem to be doing that great a job looking for it, let alone finding it. So I do think that in the background here, I think he's collecting a nightmare army. I think that he's going through these nightmares. This Nightmare Stone is kind of a thing that's thrown out there. But in the actual nightmares, I do think that Insomnia is gathering up these nightmare creatures. We saw the one from the future Superman. We saw the one in Wonder Woman. So overall, if that happens, and I'm just saying this might, we'll see. We'll see if old Jimmy Boy here knows what he's talking about. But by the end, if we at least get that, maybe some of this kind of does matter in a weird way. Still won't make them good, but still it'll be something. But I also like being right. So I hope that I am right. But all in all, with this, we then get to the Black Door. By the way, when Batman ends up being Neo, stopping bullets and things like Insomnia skedaddles, he gets the hell out of there. So really, it's just nonsense. But you end up where we go behind the Black Door. And what is behind there is actually little Bruce Wayne, which seems kind of horrific in a way, but it's Batman, so it tracks, right? He's trapped little Bruce Wayne behind the door. But really what all this ends up being is the fear from Batman that little Bruce Wayne from the alley wouldn't like what Batman has become. But he does. And then they hug. I was worried. I thought that little Bruce Wayne from the alley, kind of like Jenny from the block, would have ended up getting all upset, and what would it matter? It wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's so ridiculous. Matter. But I guess people will say that was a nice moment. But here's the thing. When they end up hugging, everything suddenly gets topsy-turvy, crisscross applesauce, and Batman might have just woken up into the... Or did he? Oh my, we're never going to find out until we get to Night Terrors 3 and 4 to see if indeed any of this actually does matter. There's also a backup story with Arsenal and Black Canary that feels like it's just there to stab a dagger in my heart by reminding me once again that there's so many better books that got shelved for this Night Terrors bullshit. So whether you love or hate any of these Night Terrors tie-ins, I think most of us can agree that they really don't have that much to do with the main story. Now, I can give a lot of the creators a break because when I ended up talking to a bunch of them, they said they weren't given much info or guidance and were told just to come up with basic scary nightmare stuff. But this is a Joshua Williamson book. More should be going on here because seriously, nothing at all is going on in the main Night Terrors story yet. You got to start telling a story. Something, anything should be going on here. Gilliam March's art isn't as good as the first issue, but it's still good. And it's good enough for this nothing of a story. I'm giving this a 5 out of 10 and can't wait for Night Terrors to be over because while not every Dawn of DC book has been great, at least they seem to matter. That's all I want. But let me know what you think in the comments below, as always. And thanks a lot. And I will talk to you all later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.